As transgenderism quickly approaches our youth, as it has been for many years now, we are seeing many states place bans against transgender youth until they reach the age of legal adulthood. According to an article from ABC News that was published on May 22nd, 2023, quote, at least 18 states, Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, and Utah have passed laws or policies that restrict gender-affirming care for people under the age of legal majority, which is the threshold for legal adulthood, end quote. This article continues that Georgia's law allows trans youth to use puberty blockers which delay puberty. If you're not familiar with puberty blockers, the Mayo Clinic states that, quote, when taken regularly, GnRH analogs suppress the body's release of sex hormones, including testosterone and estrogen, during puberty. It goes on to say, sex hormones affect primary sex characteristics, such as sexual organs present at birth, as well as secondary sex characteristics, such as physical changes in the body that typically appear during puberty. Examples include breast development and growth of facial hair. This article from the Mayo Clinic goes on to say, quote, in those identified as male at birth, GnRH analogs decrease the growth of facial and body hair, prevent voice deepening, and limit the growth of genitalia. In those identified as female at birth, treatment limits or stops breast development and stops menstruation. If this explanation right here doesn't sound like an outright violation of medical consent for children, I think you really need to do some research on puberty blockers and hormone treatments before puberty, during puberty, even in the teen years after puberty. I don't think personally that any child under the age of at least 18 should undergo any of these transgender hormone treatments. I know many transgender parents have attempted to argue and continue to argue that we live in a free country, that their children should have the right to choose their gender, and I totally disagree with that. I'm sick of people taking advantage of these young children, these medical doctors who are charging high prices for these transgender surgeries, these hormone treatments on young children who haven't even had a chance to grow up. I mean, in the United States of America, it is illegal to purchase tobacco or alcohol under the age of 21, yet they're allowing 10-year-olds to have gender transitions.